Notice, dry bones are old. They're as old as you can get. Dry bones. But now these dry old bones become new. They become new people. That's the miracle of the Spirit. What does that reveal about the Spirit? Is that the Spirit of God actually takes you from being old and makes you new. The more you walk in the Spirit, the younger you become. And I've seen it. I've seen people who've been in the world for 90 years, but they're in the Spirit, and they are younger than teenagers. You know, people make fortunes selling anti-aging supplements, anti-aging creams, anti-aging this, and generally it doesn't work because of Genesis, you're still getting older. But the true anti-aging agent is the Spirit of God. The Spirit of God is the greatest anti-aging. The more you spend in the Spirit, the more you spend in God's presence, the newer you become. It doesn't matter what you look on the outside, you become newer in the true part. You become refreshed. You become, the people there, I know people who are like, have the childlikeness about them, yet they could be 80 years old. The Spirit makes takes that. It says, those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. The more you live. And what else does the Spirit do? What does it reveal to us, this vision? The Spirit takes what was dead and makes it alive. The more you live in the Spirit, the more you're going to be led away from dead things. Dead things, death. Those sins that are dead, that thing that is dead. The Spirit raises up. Gravity makes you go down. You get older, things go down. That's what happens. You look in the mirror, things that were up are now down. But in the Lord, things that were down go up. The power of the Spirit is to rise, that you rise against all obstacles, against all odds, makes what was dead alive. Resurrection, the ultimate restoration. This is a vision of resurrection. The Spirit of God resurrects hopes, resurrects dreams, resurrects relationships, families, callings that were dead. And what else does the Spirit do? To take bones and make them alive, that's impossible. So what is the power of the Spirit? The power of the Spirit is the power of the impossible. That is, the power of all things are possible. To live in the Spirit, the Lord leads you into things that you never could have imagined truly. The more you walk in the Spirit, the more wow. The more, what was impossible? I've seen so many things that were impossible. And in the ministry, so many things that happened, even us being in this building, was impossible. But God does it. He loves the impossible. If you look at your testimony back years and years and you see what you were and what you are now, to most people who knew what you were, they would say that's impossible. But the Spirit does the impossible. We have to start weaning ourselves off of living by the possible and start living by the impossible if it's God's will. God loves the challenge. The more you live in the Spirit, the more you'll see Him. What else did the Spirit do? The bones become people, and they assemble. Scattered dry bones become people. The work of the Spirit, they didn't just become people. They became people. It says they became an army. They had a purpose. So what is the work of the Spirit? The work of the Spirit is to make you the person that God created you to become. Only by the Spirit. The more you follow God, the more you get into His will, the more you turn away from what is not His will, the more your life will become, you will become that person that God ordained from the beginning of the foundation of the world and put you in your mother's womb to become that person. There were people who in their former life when they didn't know the Lord, they led others into sin. Now they lead people to holiness because they were always supposed to lead people. There were those who spoke death. Now they speak life because they were meant to. I know several people who were salesmen, and now they're evangelists as salesmen because they were always meant to be evangelists, but they just weren't with that. Through the Spirit, the more you walk and move in the Spirit, the more you become that person that God made you be, and that's an awesome thing to happen in your life.
To find out how you can receive more of Jonathan's teachings, to receive special free gifts, or get in touch, go to hopeoftheworld.org or call toll-free 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821. You can also get more at Jonathan Cahn's Facebook page or write us direct at Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA.